Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Downey again. Today is Wednesday, May 13th, and there are 31 days in May, so that means that we're almost halfway through May already. Wow. I hope you enjoyed the book I just read before called Martha Doesn't Share. I was wondering if you remember the book I read last time called Martha Doesn't Say She's Sorry. I liked it so much I looked for another Martha book written by Samantha Berger, so I hope you enjoyed it. The book I wanted to show you now is called The Shape of Things. And I'm just going to read this quick and then I'm going to show you something we can make. This is called The Shape of Things by Dayle and Dodd. And look at that. Do you see all the shapes there? I see a square for the house and the windows. I see a rectangle for the roof. And I see a circle for the sun. Lots and lots of shapes. The shape of things. A square is just a square until you add a roof, 2 windows, and a door. Then it's much, much more. Look at all those shapes made a house. A circle, here's the circle here, is just a circle until you add some lights, chairs high and low, and round they go. Do you know what that's called? You often see them at an amusement park. That's called a Ferris wheel. And look at that circle, it goes around and around. So people go high and then they go low. I like how they decorated the page with so many circles. Let's see what's next here. A triangle is just a triangle. Let's count how many sides. 1, 2, 3. Until you add another triangle, an ocean and a sky, and a seagull passing by. You see the triangles? And that man is in a boat. A rectangle is just a rectangle. A rectangle is like a square, but 2 sides are longer than the other 2 sides. Until you add some more, an engine and a track and a red caboose in back. Look at all those rectangles and circles. An oval's just an oval until you add a nest, a wooden house, and a patient mother hen waiting for her egg to hatch. And a diamond's just a diamond until you add some string, wind and a tail, and some friends to help it sail. That's called a kite. Look at that diamond, it has 4 sides. A shape is just a shape, but look again and see. Look at all the shapes. If you look around your house, you'll see so many shapes. So the project I wanted to show you today was playing with shapes. Now I have a couple pictures that I got from the internet, which I think are kind of cool. And you can see, the one I'm going to make for you today is the fire truck. And what I see, let me point to it very carefully. I see a rectangle, I see a square, I see a little square, and I see a, what is that called? A trapezoid, I think? I'm not sure. It's an unusual shape. That's going to be the light. And I see a long rectangle with lines, and I see 1, 2, 3 circles for the wheels. There's actually 6 wheels, but we're only seeing one side of the fire truck. So the other 3 are on the other side. So 1, 2, 3, and on the back, 4, 5, 6, 6 altogether. But you can see you can make a house, you could make a rocket, you could make a person, a school bus, anything you want, or you could just make a decoration. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to make. I have my piece of white paper. If you don't have colored paper like I do, you could use white paper and color it with markers. But I'm looking at this picture, I have a red rectangle. So I'm going to put that down. I'll put a little bit of glue. This is going to be a fire truck. So here's my rectangle. And then let's see what's next. I'm going to follow the directions. Now a square. So I'm going to put glue on my square like that. And then the wheels. I see one is in the front on the square. Looking at the picture. One is right there. Let's see where the next one is. And then 2 are in the back. So let's say 1. And then 1 more. See how I cut lots of squares? And what you can do is cut lots and lots of shapes and then make whatever you want. But I'm just showing you one thing you could try. Let's see what's next now. I see that they put a window inside the square and then put a light on top. Here we go. Here's my light. I have to check and make sure that's the name of it. I should know that. Here's the light. And now here's my square. I have a white square. And I could even draw somebody inside. I could draw a firefighter. And then lastly, I see a rectangle, and that would be the ladder. I'm going to take my long rectangle and put it here for the ladder, and then look at how they do it. They make lines going parallel, so watch this. I'm going to make lines for the ladder. And then they take it off the truck and climb up. If the fire is up high, the firemen take it off and they climb up the ladder. See how the lines go next to each other? So there's my fire truck, and I could put a person inside if I wanted to. Fire hat. There we go. There's my person. Could be driving, and there's the steering wheel. There we go. And there's my fire truck. And you can make whatever you want. I'll give you one more example. You could make maybe a flower. Now watch how I do this. I'm going to take a circle for the center. That's usually where the seeds are. Maybe I'll put it here, like we did with the other picture. And then I have lots of rectangles. So I'm going to make this rectangle coming out. And then maybe this one going this way. And some more. These are the petals of the flower. Pretty. And then I'm noticing that I don't have enough, so what I'll do, and I wanted to show you how you can cut some rectangles. I have a piece of paper like this. A rectangle means you just cut like this. See? Just cutting the paper. You can cut it however you want. These might be a little long, so I'll make them shorter. This is going to be a really pretty flower. Yeah, how I show you in school, if something's a little too long or you want to change it, you just cut it. This is going to be so pretty. I think those look great. And then, I think that's perfect. That's good. I might cut this a little bit shorter right here. I don't want it quite as long. See? That's all I do. And you can cut whatever shapes you want and make whatever kind of picture. You could just put a shape, make a shape picture. And at the end, I think I'll do like we did in our last picture for Mother's Day. I'm going to cut a stem. And I'm going to make the petals triangles. Watch how I do that. Instead of cutting like this, I'm going to cut like this. See? That's straight and that's on an angle. And then I'm going to go over, but I'm going to find where I cut before. Do you see where that is? So I'm going to go over here, but I have to touch the top of the other cut. And now I have a triangle. Now watch again. I'm not going to cut this way. I'm going to cut this way. And then you see how it's right there? And now I'm going to go over and look for where I cut before. And there's a triangle. And let me just put my stem on quick. And then you guys can get to work making your own beautiful pictures. Here's my stem, which is also a rectangle. I'm going to tuck that in there. And you guys know how much I love doing arts and crafts. You see how that's hanging a little bit? I want it to be the same as the bottom of the paper, so I'm just going to go like that. My scissors are not too good. And then I'm going to put my triangles on. It'll be fun to have triangle petals because they can be whatever shape you want. How pretty that is. Ooh, I love that. So here's my flower. Here's my fire truck. Here's my fire truck. Remember, if you want to trace shapes like I showed you before, here's the paper you can use. I got these out. You can use a glass and go around like this. Now I have a great circle I could cut out. Or if you want a little tiny circle like a wheel, that's what I use. This is my cinnamon. go, whoopsie. But look, I made a little mess, that's okay. Or if you want to make a rectangle, maybe for your fire truck, I have my crackers, and look at this. I'm going to go right around it. The only one I couldn't find was a triangle, but I showed you how to cut that. And then you've got some shapes. So cut lots and lots of shapes and then make whatever you want. A boat, or a rocket, or flowers. I see a little car, a house, a train, anything you'd like. And that's the shape of things. So here's the book if you want to read it, The Shape of Things. I really like it a lot, and I hope you have some really fun creative ideas. Make sure to send them to me. Take care. Bye, everybody.